Ladies and gentlemen,
Hey, Kia Tefano, welcome back to Big Hairy News Friday edition, aka Bright Hairy News, with myself and Magenta. How you doing?
Honestly, I'm still kind of sick. I obviously didn't look this sick on Monday, when I was impersonating Chewie, but yeah, bear in mind with me tonight, Fano, my voice is not quite in fufu condition, but I do have a TikTok lined up that will do all the yelling for me, so don't worry.
You found someone to speak on your behalf. I'm pretty sure that's
Mm-hmm.
fairly easy to do these days with all the shit we've been through. So,
Right.
plenty of people sharing to share the foos with. Well, I hope you're all doing good, chat. I hope you've had a wonderful week. I hope the boys have all entertained you with all of the exciting things. And now the kids are gonna give you the memes.
Hell yeah.
That
30-year-old
everyone
children, let's fucking go.
Yay! I mean, we technically are probably the right age for to be Pat's kids if he was quite young.
Oh,
But
no,
Chewie's our
absolutely.
older brother. He's the young
Yeah,
uncle, older brother. Yeah,
yeah,
but we're still the children's.
right. I'll take it.
Yeah, lots of exciting things happening this week. None of them are good exciting, but just exciting. You know, they really make you. If that's a feeling, you know.
Things that make you go, ugh.
Someone just said you got the flu foos. I love that.
Yeah, I know, right? Kai Matata always with the great puns.
Absolute fantastic puns. Yeah. Well, do you want to start us with the TLDR
Yeah,
a
let's
week in
go for
memes?
it's been a bit of
Just
a short week, but a powerful.
pop it off.
Actually, this came from Aotearoa tonight. Some of the conversations that we were having got memed pretty fast. So we got the Let Them Eat Pav. Obviously, we've all seen Christopher fucking Luxon and his weird little tourist kind of jaunt he went with old Albanese. Um,
Albanese.
I know that actually last night, anyone who watched the show last night, they're stealing our memes, Ems. This is the second time that this meme is being
Oh,
featured. Yes. So I do love the no spine for Palestine though. It
that's a
goes pretty
great
hard,
rhyme. Yeah,
right?
more of that, please.
Obviously Pat's girlfriend, whom I've been
Mm.
loving everyone who's just given Pat shit for Erica Stanford. It's great. I live for it. Keep it up. um And then we've got another one of just highlighting kind of nationals' values of fuck Māori, fuck public education, fuck public health, fuck Kiwi rails. See, I don't have enough breath to say them all, especially not in this state. I'm not gonna lie, this goes pretty hard though. So we've
Genocide
got
Jerry. Oof,
so
coming
we've got
hard.
the Yu-Gi-Oh card. Genocide Jerry gets offended on behalf of his boss and his mates for a general statement questioning their character being directed in their general area. And it really was. And then we had old Judy C coming out with
Fuck.
would someone please feed
Oh,
the children? Like,
There was some
Okay.
very, very choice words for her in my household, that's for
Oh,
sure. Especially when she
I
made
can
the comment
imagine.
on RNZ about insinuating that teachers did fuck all during COVID, and I was
Yeah.
like, you wouldn't
You want to
fucking have
go.
a clue.
Yeah, Dim's fighting words, I would say.
Hmm.
And then just leaving it on, just a whatever you allow your government to do to others, they will eventually do to you. So it's been a great and definitely not a grim week at all, eh, guys? It's been great.
No, no, and it didn't ramp up at all today. Like it was a pretty slow news day. Like there was nothing happening. I think
To
it
be fair,
was
I haven't seen much of today's news because I was busy doing memes, so I have so
well,
avoided a lot of news today.
honestly, you can probably just throw something out there of what happened today.
A national MP said something dumb.
No, not that I'm
But
aware of. Unless you say everything that they say is dumb.
yeah, true. What did they get up
Uh,
to?
dismantling democracy, including
Ah,
how we are and aren't allowed to protest. Um,
uh,
Wayne Brown calling them out for a bill which would overreach into local councils what they can and can't do and how they should do it. More shit towards the unions.
oh, for God's sake.
Brooke getting her hands dirty in terms of the COVID inquiry, a bit of a puppet for Winston, which we'll go
Alright.
into in a second. And Nikki No Boats, that's right. The ferries cost
Yes, okay,
finally
no, I
came
did
out.
see that. I did see that at least. Just
So
a just a bit of stuff.
just
Nothing
just
too
just a
much.
bit of stuff. So we'll get into some of that. But before we do, a reminder that we have a website, guys. Did you know
Yeah, it's
there's a
great.
bhn.nz website? And it has all of the things that you might need, such as quick links to Big Hairy News, Lockdown, Frontline, and there might be some profiles to come of some special people
Hell
on
yeah.
on one of those. Then we've got the latest videos that have come out, and there's also the join us on Discord link. So if anyone's ever looking for it, it's here.
Come hang out.
Yeah, come out on the Discord. It's popping. It's always popping.
Oh yeah.
The latest merch. Also, I just realized there's a rainbow effect, which is very cool.
Hell yeah.
It's
Get
a
gay
little
on the
bit fancy.
BHN.
I'm not wearing it. I'm wearing the wrong hoodie. Oh,
Oh
the
yeah, because
hot.
you got your pink one.
Yes, I did, and I'm not wearing it because I put it away for special occasions because I wear these far too much, and
Mm.
you can't go do media stuff in a hoodie that you've worn for a week, if not a month straight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of gross.
A home hoodie.
It's a home hoodie, okay? You can wear whatever you want at home for as long as you want. But we have got the four of us now, which is out there. This is limited edition. I'm pretty sure it's probably at this point run out.
I know Pat
But the
said
one I
last
want
night that
to.
he'll be taking it off at
There you
the
go.
end of the week.
I do want to mention, though, in lieu of today's announcement, that we do have Nikki No Boats on a t-shirt. And on a hoodie, and in sticker form, in which you can get up to a 50 pack of stickers. There you go, Magenta is showcasing that blue.
Also, I have edited it so it kind of comes off the shoulders because you don't have to just look like a boxy t-shirt. You can look hot while also saying fuck you to Nikki, you know?
Very true, very true. But you can get a 50 pack of stickers if that's your vibe as well. Or just
Hell yeah.
one with a t-shirt. Up to you. But I think this is very fitting for the current scenario that we're in.
Oh yeah. Which you've actually just reminded me of something. Real quickly, the last sailing of the Aratere is going to be on Monday. So I believe Gary Childs will be going down to the ferry terminal at 1 p.m. on Monday wearing his Nikki No Boat shirt. So if anyone wants to come down to the wharf and kind of say goodbye to the aratere while also wearing our awesome shirts, feel free to. Yeah, there we go.
Driving a Corolla even.
Right?
This is a man who usually is on his bike, right?
Right? Yeah, no, he is usually on his bike. But yes.
Good on you.
It'd be good
For
to
the
see
special
people turning
occasion.
up.
Get the Corolla
yeah.
out.
Just
Very cool.
let's go.
And I have seen a lot of people sharing the Nikki No Boats sticker around on Blue Sky, which we appreciate. Love to see that. Gotta get the word out there, just to remind people. This as well, I'm going to go into this. This was fascinating. r/conservative Kiwi. Think wasting all this money was worthwhile. Well, it was 50-50, some of this, but I will go on to what they said. But yeah, real interesting discussions happening over there. But before we do that, the last thing I need to say is thanks to our patrons who help us support the show, help us produce the show, and yeah, that we couldn't do it without you. You're all amazing. If you want to become a patron, you can join us on patreon.com/BigHairyNews, and you can become a member for as little as $5 a month. If that's something you would like to do regularly. If that's not your jam, you can do super chats, which we always appreciate. Or you can just chat with us, which is also very much appreciated. But you get sneak peeks of special merch. Any interviews that get pre-recorded, you'll get those dropped as soon as they happen, such as Tori Whānau, which is pretty cool. And some sometimes, if we're in certain locations, we'll do meetups, which
there's also the Zoom meetups. We do Zoom meetups.
Yes, and the
monthly.
Zoom meetups too.
Yes.
Which I haven't been to one for a while, so.
To be fair, I don't think Pat told me about the last one. Yeah.
No, I don't think he did, but that's okay. I don't need to be.
We'll go to the next one. Yeah.
I think I was away on my honeymoon anyway, so I couldn't.
Oh yeah. True.
All right, let's get into it. How much did it cost us? Was it worth it? Who's angry at who? Who's pointing the finger? I don't think anyone's surprised about any of that stuff. I'm going to quickly play one of the clips breaking the news about how much the break fee was for Nikki No Boats. But then I also really want to show the Stuff article or the Stuff video, because I think they did a better job of not playing the both sides thing of like showing two sides of the argument and be like, the opposition said this. It was more just like they did what a lot of us have been calling for recently, and that the media don't go far enough to debunk or challenge what people have said in the past. So things like I've seen circling around, I think thanks to Mountain Tui, who pointed out that ACT had even a video to be like, get your jabs. If you want to participate in society, maybe you should get jabbed. And then, no jab, no dole from Winston Peters.
Yes.
So I think we've seen that actually come out, but I'd like to see that from mainstream media, because a lot of us who are lost in the sauce see Mountain Tui, but it's really the media's job to put the information to people as well. And I don't think there's any bias in that. I think it's just purely from I think it's misinformation at this point, because and it's hypocrisy, and they do it for other things as well, where it's like, well, 6 months ago or a year ago you had a policy that was this, or you've changed your mind. But if they never put that towards the MPs who've changed their minds, being populists and following whatever people want to get votes, if they don't challenge them, then it doesn't get back out there, and you can't challenge the misinformation, and it also gives the MPs an opportunity to respond to that as well and clear that up and be like, oh yeah, I totally voted for that, but here's why it's different now. And if they can't come up with a good enough reason, then that's on them, which I'm pretty sure they could spin something, but good enough reason, I don't know. Right. For some reason, I can't find the exact article. I don't know what's going on. Hang on, I'm going to check this through here for a second and I'll find it. But I'm going to play you the I'll play you the video from, I was going to say RNZ, it's not RNZ. One News. I'm going to play you the video from One News because we hear from Chris Finlayson, who's been on the show before about this particular topic. He's from the Maritime Union, and he's got some very choice words. He doesn't mince his words in this, and I actually really appreciate it, but this is probably the best part of this particular video from One News. But I'm going to play the Stuff article afterwards because I think they do a better job of, not showing both sides, but just being a bit more... adding more to the information that we need to hear. What is up with my computer? What are you doing? Okay, thank you. I'm trying to put things on the screen. I'm having a time. Okay. All right. Let me know if you hear this. You should be able to.
Dana Teddy's coming off the run, and again, if Nicola Willis hadn't done that stupid thing, these guys would have a job because those ferries would be here.
All up, Hyundai received $78 million in a previous deposit and part settlement payment, plus the $144 million break fee, bringing the total to $222 million. Add to that the $449 million spent on landslide infrastructure, project management and wind-down costs, and the cancelled IREX project has seen $671 million down the drain.
So just on that numbers, and I don't know if someone in the chat can clear it up for me, but I was trying to figure out what the $144 million break fee was. Actually, no, I can see it here now. Actually, it makes more sense. So the deposit and the part settlement. So that was the deposit that Labour must have paid on it. The part settlement to break it, I believe, cost the 78 million. Then on top of that, they paid a fee for all of the stuff that Hyundai had already built and the contracts and everything that they had done to get this delivered on time and start building it because they had started building it. So that's another 144 million on top of that. Then the landslide infrastructure has, I think, been... I think Craig Rennie went through with as much information as he could gather what was inside of that 449 million, but there is actually nothing, I don't believe, saying what exactly that landside, I hate that they use landside because it looks like landslide infrastructure as in like, brr, and I'm like, no, it says landside. What that's all made up of, but the general consensus, I think, is it's all the consultation fees, it's all of the, it's the prepping for it. There'll be a lot of stuff in that, but I imagine its majority is planning, consents,
wages for people to do all of the shit.
Wages for
try and organize it all. Which is
all
ridiculous when we need aerial fire trucks that only cost $2 million. There's a lot of fire trucks in that.
There is, and there's a lot of guns that the police need as well. That story came out today as well, which was quite interesting. Anyways, carry on.
Okay,
that's an aside. That's an aside. I didn't paint that very well. That's an aside. We'll come back to it.
That from left field at me, Jesus Christ.
I need to clear that up. That's right. We'll come back to it.
It was a knee-jerk response by Nicola Willis, and her recklessness has now cost New Zealanders hundreds of millions of dollars.
Where's the accountability there again for Nicola Willis, burning close to $700 million?
Look, the Maritime Union has got great news coming their way. We're getting them 2 great new ferries with the infrastructure to go for it.
One News understands 6 shipyards are in the running for the contract for the new ferries, with the deal expected to be signed by the end of the year. Mikey Sherman, One News.
So that's the TV1 article video that they did, but that basically gives you the overview. And I do like. Actually, I feel like there was another thing from Chris Finlayson because I think there was something he said that was just like he did not mince his words, and I really appreciated it. Let's see if it's this wee bit here.
He's actually done a very good job down there.
But the Maritime Union is scathing of Nicola Willis's original decision to cancel the project. And with the Aratere ferry, which ran aground in June last year, retiring on Monday, dozens of workers will be without jobs.
They're getting made redundant because the Aratere's coming off the run.
Yeah, it's basically the same again.
I didn't even realise that was a part of it too.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about the people that worked on the fucking boat.
Yeah.
Bruh.
I'll play this again, seeing as we've got here.
And again, if Nicola Willis hadn't done that stupid thing, these guys would have a job because those ferries would be here.
All up, Hyundai received.
Yeah, just reiterating that.
Fucking
You know,
hell, yeah.
for a government that's all about it's all about job creation and infrastructure and all of these things. They missed an opportunity for a big dub. That is the stupidest decision. I know what Wikipedia is saying now, and I'll show you in a second what he said before as well. But I do remember that it was revealed, at least sort of rumors and sort of, you know, backroom staff saying things, but essentially he said to Nicola that this is on your head. And as we know, that would make sense because the communications that the OIAs revealed were very much, you know, a few minutes before texting the South Korean ambassador, I think it was, or ambassador to South Korea. And just like, FYI, by the way, we're cancelling this massive Hyundai contract in 10 minutes.
Fucking hell.
So have your say, Magenta. Anything to add to that?
I mean, I guess it just feels like cool. At least now we know how much the total value of everything is, but it feels like they've just set fire to everyone's jobs and then they still continue to say that it's fucking Labour's fault. And I don't honestly at this point even care about whose fault it is. I care more about the people who have had jobs and are going to have to actually try to live off the money that they will get from work and income. Because a lot of people, especially who have, you know, jobs like that, they've already built their life up. They've probably got certain things that they pay for and they have to have a certain amount of money to keep up that lifestyle. And then they're going to have to try and like go on the benefit just because this government decided that it wanted to cut its nose off to spite its own face to say, oh, well, Labour bad. It's just fucking infuriating. They're shitting on workers, they're shitting on Te Reo, and we can't fucking do jack shit about it other than go, please keep going, please keep trying to fight, please share this thing, please submit on this thing. Like, it's exhausting. And I'm just over it. I'm sick of them wasting money and then not actually being held accountable. Because like you say, it's not like mainstream media journalists push back on a lot of these really important parts. Like, we should be focusing more on in that story all of those workers who are going to lose their jobs as of Monday, or all of the people who could have got jobs had they actually invested the money for the upgrades to the infrastructure. They could have stimulated the economy, they could have created jobs. Instead, all they said is Labour bad, too much money, while also handing over billions of dollars to landlords. And B is a big fucking number. That 671 million is small compared to $1 billion, but it's still really important, and it should have, like, all these things shouldn't be happening. I'm just yee. It's just they're really, really just pulling the fingers to everybody.
Yeah. Well, shall we have another look at some more information about this? I think the stuff one also shows a little bit more about the numbers also. Need to do this because this is annoying me. Technology, man. I need another
While
screen.
you do that, I can read a couple of these comments that are coming through.
Go for it. Do that for a second.
So this one here, there is a 13-week stand down period. There are chances that based on the type of redundancy, how much money they actually get from, say paid leave accruing. But most likely, yeah, they will be put on a 13-week stand down. They will have to rely upon whatever money they get paid out of their redundancy and their possible holiday pay and all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, another great thing there is that, yeah, they're putting more people into that process.
Yeah. Very, very shit. Right, let's have a look a little bit more into the numbers here.
The shipyard, the total break fee released today. $78 million was paid to the shipyard as a deposit. $449 million went on port infrastructure, project management and wind down costs when it was cancelled. And today's announcement of $144 million to the shipyard for cancelling the contract takes the total to a whopping $671 million. Despite that enormous figure and not much to show for it, Winston Peters is actually patting himself on the back for saving the taxpayer money. You see, $300 million was budgeted for that latest contract break fee. It didn't cost that much, so he's actually saved $156 million for other government projects. Finance Minister Nicola Willis wasn't available.
I just realised that sounds, and I know this is misogynist, but it sounds like girl math when you go shopping and you see that it's like buy one get 50% off,
yeah.
And you're just like, oh shit, I'm saving 50% on one of my items. That means instead of paying $200, I'm spending $150. I've just saved money. It's like if you bought one of those pieces, you would have saved. If you didn't buy any of it, you wouldn't have lost $150. If you bought one item, you would have saved $50. But instead, you bought two items for $150. And it's like, you didn't save any money. You're still spending. But if you didn't really go in for the second item, you could have not spent any for $50. And it feels like girl math that they've just done there of like, oh, it could have been. We put aside $300 million for this thing that we could have not wasted all of that money at all. But it only cost 144, so well done us.
Right.
Anyways.
He saved $156 million for other government projects. Finance Minister Nicola Willis wasn't available today, but in a joint statement with Winston Peters, she took a dig, saying the settlement ends yet another sorry chapter in the story of the previous government's mismanagement of the Crown's books, adding that it signed up to purchase 2 big new ferries without giving sufficient consideration to the port infrastructure needed to support ships of a much bigger size. But who from the government of the day signed up to it? Winston Peters did in May 2020, announcing bigger, better ships with new technology, saying the funding for the landside new terminal infrastructure, including rail and vehicle marshalling yards, will create hundreds of local construction jobs.
I also appreciate that they made it land dash slide. Side! Fucking hell. Land dash side.
And you still couldn't say it. Nah, just kidding. But also...
So you see him saying landslide costs, you see them saying that shit, so it gets stuck in there.
That quote, though, from just before, it literally, so I'm like, oh, you've got the big, beautiful Bill in fucking America, and he's coming out with his big, beautiful boats.
Bigger, better ships with new technology.
See? Big, beautiful boats.
And Nicholas said it signed up to purchase 2 big new ferries without giving sufficient consideration to all of the jobs that it's going to create.
Right? Big ships need more people to run it. Means more job.
More population, more millionaires moving here means more people to transport. More people means more infrastructure required. More people means more everything. We need bigger.
Yeah.
Long-term thinking, guys. Long-term thinking. All right, continue.
Terminal infrastructure, including rail and vehicle marshalling yards, will create hundreds of local construction jobs.
Winston Peters was there when IREX was launched. I think this government is a hypocrite. They've time and time again have said that they're here to make things better. Actually, they've made things worse.
But Peters claims it wasn't him, saying Kiwi Rail signed the letter of intent for those ships in December 2020, and Labour government ministers Grant Robertson and David Clark signed the major transaction approvals in June 2021, adding they were both after the election in October 2020. Since he's been back in charge, Peters has launched a new ferry project with smaller ships and...
So basically, he was championing it in 2020, just before the election. Then all of a sudden, no, it's not me. It's because these other two signed off on it.
It wasn't me.
But so what happened in between, in those 6 months? Like, surely nothing major changed. Because it sounds like from what I'm hearing here,
Well, it would have been
is that he was
election.
under the understanding that it would be new terminal infrastructure, including rail and vehicle marshalling. So he knew the scope of the job. It didn't blow out in that 6 months. He knew what it was, and he was championing it because of all the local construction jobs it would create.
Yeah.
So if he came out and said, well, I wasn't expecting it to be as expensive as it was, and it wasn't me, because 6 months later they signed it then, and things must have changed since then. The only thing he could point to, the same thing that National keeps pointing to, is that the budget blew out because of the infrastructure costs that were required. So if Peters came out and said, I didn't sign off on those massive infrastructure changes, then that's just a bold-faced lie. He can't even make that argument.
Well, I mean, it makes sense because, I mean, there's probably two factors to this. One, there was the 2020 election. So that first statement came from the beginning of 2020. This, what the actions of June 2021 were post the 2020 election, which Labour got a majority and didn't need to form a coalition to form a government. So that basically meant he went from trying to be like, oh yes, please include me in your coalition because I just want all the attention all the time and I'm important, so please love me. And the second thing is that, this is typical Winnie. He just says what works for him at the time. I've only ever known Winston Peters to be like that. He just basically says whatever he thinks is going to make him seem the most favorable to whoever he's trying to appeal to. At least that's my thoughts.
All right, I'll play the end of this and then we'll continue on. Also, Barbara, just...
I know, right? Love her.
Killing it.
Kiwi Rail signed the letter of intent for those ships in December 2020, and Labour government ministers Grant Robertson and David Clark signed the major transaction approvals in June 2021, adding they were both after the election in October 2020. Since he's been back in charge, Peters has launched a new ferry project with smaller ships and minor upgrades to existing port infrastructure. They won't look like these, a dream that's been sunk, taking $671 million down with it.
We love the puns, don't we? We always love the puns. No, I don't want the
I mean, yes, but that felt like it was rubbing salt in a goddamn wound. Geez. Hurts.
Does hurts. Anything more to say on this particular topic?
Fuck Nicola Willis.
I'm going to fix my internet. Fucking Willis.
Oh, no.
Actually, no, tell you what, before I fix my internet, someone who did have something to say, or some people that had something to say, someone mentioned this before, but r/conservative Kiwi, which is a hellhole that I do not recommend anyone goes to, because you will just get pissed off just don't look at the outside. What I find really interesting here, right, is if you know anything about r/conservative Kiwi, the subreddit, like I just said, it's not a nice place to be, but you would assume that a good number of people on here would be like, yeah, saving money, and there might be people in or on r/conservative Kiwi that are a bit like Chewie. He likes to go on there and challenge people.
Yeah.
He likes to feed the trolls every now and then. But if you read some of these things, it's not very favourable of National's decision here. So, whether or not this means we are quite an incompetent nation, aren't we? I don't know if they're talking about the fact that we tried to spend all the money, or the fact that we cancelled it, and someone said, yes, we are. And then someone says, hey, don't put this on us. That was completely National and Willis's fault. Well, I guess the majority did vote for this incompetent right-wing government, but that was only 53% of us. So that's clearly someone who's on the left. But
yeah.
A lot of these comments that I'm reading, there's a lot of criticism. Politicians sure know how to waste our money. They're not idiots. Some of them get it. Some of them are idiots. I'll put it there. but like more bad news. It must be a Friday afternoon. Like, this is not a place where lefties are well favored. Someone made the case of like they were like, that's money that we could have spent on. They were basically going like, oh yeah, we spent 2.6 billion, but there's still a fuckload of teachers and police, and I'm like, okay, they're pro-public servants. That's interesting. But it doesn't seem to be that they're all championing this as a win because the government saved, I don't know, 150 million of the 300 million they set aside for a cancelled ferry. So therefore, the 671 million that we've just lost and spent on nothing is okay because it could have been 800 million. So it's interesting when I see, even if it's just a slither of dissent from your own side, it's I think that's when you start to see cracks like that. It's the same as what's happened in America. Like, there's a lot of people that have gone against Trump because he's not doing the things that he said he was going to do. And then even the people who have been like, shills and conformed are even breaking. So when you start to see that sort of stuff, you go, interesting.
Oh,
This
yeah.
doesn't
I
look
mean,
good for them.
there's a lot of people who are realizing they were lied to.
Yep. Government of fiscal responsibility. That's a very, very difficult throne to sit on, a podium to sit on, pedestal to sit on. One of those two.
I mean, if it's a
when you've
throne,
got
it's like
this
a
over your
toilet.
head.
So this
Yeah,
is the kind of throne that this government's sitting on, is a fucking toilet, because it's a lot of shit coming out.
I'm not Eames conservative. I mean, as in your own side, when the right are eating the right. That's what I was saying. Is you on the right, the you metaphorical.
The right are eating themselves.
The right are eating themselves.
And not in
They're
a
an
sexy way.
Ouroboros.
Yeah,
Ouroboros, a snake.
Yeah.
That's the one. All right, lighten the mood with some beams. I'm gonna fix my internet. No one asked me.
Lighten the mood with butt plug. Thank you, Peter Syme. There was I really got it with that one, guys. I like. So here we have aliens coming to Earth. Oh, thank God, a distraction. We have come for the Epstein files. That would be so funny if they did that, though. As some of you might not have heard, because to be fair, this guy is pretty irrelevant nowadays, but old ex-Superman actor says he's becoming an ICE agent, which is interesting, which I liked, followed up by John Oliver, who slammed him by saying, there's this old saying in Hollywood, if all you can get is Dean Cain, you're fucked. I'm not saying that ICE isn't finding people. I'm just saying that when you're reduced to pinning a badge on the 59-year-old star of The Dog Who Saved Christmas, The Dog Who Saved Christmas Vacation, The Dog Who Saved saved holidays, The Dog Who Saved Halloween, The Dog Who Saved Easter, The Dog Who Saved summer, maybe you are in trouble. On the plus, no need for that guy to wear a mask because the chances of anyone recognizing him are fucking zero. Which snaps for John Oliver, of course. He's so funny. I thought you might like this one, Ems. Guy who doesn't care about women's sport. Weirdly unable to just shut the fuck up about it.
Yep.
Make rich people afraid again? Choppy choppy.
Choppy choppy.
Politics is all about compromise. So compromise with the left? Oh God, no. I mean compromise with racists. Which honestly, that's what it feels like it's always putting us down to. Having to stoop to their level. Oh yeah, I don't know if you've seen some of the memes around this J.K. Rowling fucking quote. If you're born with egg-producing equipment, even if it's faulty, it's proof you are a woman. Behold, a woman.
Someone should put under there a kiwi and then a moa.
Right.
An
Well, I've
emu.
seen one that has, I think, a platypus as well.
Oh, yep. Yep.
This was from Facebook. After doing a Live Aid performance for the starving Gaza population, Sean Plunkett goes into bat for Māori wards. I'm voting yes to Māori wards. Comment from Sean Plunkett. Gotta say, these memes are bloody funny.
Wait, what?
If you think... No? Did you not get it?
No, don't worry, carry on. No, I do. I just... They think it's funny, but I don't know. They are funny, but I would assume they get rage baity, and like this is not helping their case. It's putting misinformation and confusing people out there. But whatever. I guess if you're a huge fan
I mean,
of
if
him,
you
then
believe this is a real post, then I think you've got more problems.
well, not everyone knows who Sean Plunkett is and what he believes, so it could fool a few
I don't know,
people.
just badly put together as well. Like you
That's
can see
true,
the
that's true.
different colors between the different blacks. Like, I don't know.
Some people are
So don't
dumb.
take that out of context. If you think trans women are a trap set for you, if you treat gay couples either as a threat or your kink, if you think that feminism is about hating men or that immigrants are here to steal your job, then we have some news for you. Not everything's about you. Simple. Easy. Not everything is about Pākehā and their weird gripes against Māori. And then the last one, 4 real world things you can learn from anime. Always give your 100%, even though it's going to fuck your finger up. Never lose hope. The world's largest military is nothing more than a personal guard for the billionaire class. They will commit genocide in order to enact this brutal hierarchy and use propaganda to justify it and their endless wars. Our only hope is to join together in a working class revolution to reclaim our freedom. Also volleyball.
That one
And
too.
that's our memes for now. Where are we going? Where are we going next, Ems?
I was trying to get close to my desk. That's where we're going. Rightio. Well, I'm going to quickly pull this up, and I think it's because, there is a lot of things that are tackling our democracy, or trying to dismantle our democracy, I should say. But sometimes it's nice that even the biggest assholes in politics come out and attack the government and call them for what they are. This is in no way an endorsement for the man, but Wayne Brown is insulted, and the government tells the government to stick its local government reform. The cheek, exclaimed Mayor Wayne Brown as he led criticism of a government bill that tells councils what they should focus on and how they should behave. The temerity. What a word. Big words for a 78-year-old man. Brown isn't only angry at Wellington trying to force council nationwide to act the same, he's irritated ministers don't recognise how distinct Auckland Council is from the rest, and boiling over at an attempt to impose a state-declared code of conduct. He's threatening to write a code of conduct and send it to Parliament to bring MPs' behaviour back under control. Auckland councillors voted by a large voice majority on Thursday to tell the coalition in a submission to Parliament that it cannot support the Local Government Systems Improvement Amendment Bill and doesn't need beehive politicians telling Auckland what to do. The government has given councils and others just 4 weeks to submit on the bill, despite it recasting local government's main focus, setting out core services and eliminating 4 well-beings, such as cultural, community and environmental priorities. It argues the rules are needed to make councils provide better core services of roads, rubbish, and water, and stop spending on nice-to-haves, thus limiting the chance of rate increases. Councils nationwide argue the real driver of high rates is the cost of infrastructure they are being forced to shoulder. So, some choice words there, but it is nice to see some pushback. Although I think they're all pushing back. But just another thing that is trying to tackle democracy. They're again meddling in local politics and forcing councils to do certain things and not do certain things. So,
Well, I mean,
yeah.
my thing is, if they want to dictate those things, then they can fucking fund them. Yep, sweet. You want to control part of the local government? Cool. Actually resource them. But until you resource them, shut the fuck up. Also, yeah,
They don't
3
have the money
waters.
for that.
Fucking 3 waters. Instead of changing the well-being fucking things, maybe you guys should have done that too.
While we're on the topic of Auckland Council. I just want to point everyone in the the other direction, just for because we gotta profile the people that we actually agree with, because we're not a journalist podcast. We are an commentary podcast, and we're very progressive left. If you didn't know that, what are you doing here? But also stick around because you might learn something. Maybe not from us, but definitely from Pat and Chewie. The mayoral hopeful, Kieran Leone, attacks May Brown's financial record, but she came out with her fiscal policy plan, which is quite interesting. Trying to, what I found was interesting is that she's pledged in there, I don't know if pledge is quite the right word, but she's pledged to keep rates from rising in that sort of double digits area.
Right.
But like, it seems to be that it's quite thought out. So, she's tackling most of the things that most councillors do. Debt has increased by $1 billion. Our rates have gone up, but there must be ways of dealing with that. So she's put out her fiscal strategy. So worth having a look into. But yes, she's the other candidate. I think there's only 2 candidates in this race, unfortunately. Herself and current Mayor Brown. So, if you're in the Auckland region, you could have a look into Kieran Leone is an option.
Yeah, and I know
the names out there.
I believe it was this week. She was on the Bradbury group.
Was she?
Was it this week or last week? It's one of the two. I actually managed to jump in and watch one. Actually, no, maybe it was this week. But yeah, so there was a lot of she had a lot of kōrero on there, so definitely a good place to go and have a look and check her out. Hey, I'm sick. Okay, I was getting there. Fucking hell.
What day is it? We have a lot of super chats that have.
I've also been starring a bunch of random ones too.
There's a lot of super chats though, so thanks guys. We'll get through some of those. Someone did mention it is Kiwi Burb's birthday. Happy birthday to me and you. Eat woke donuts.
Haven't you had enough donuts, Kiwi Burb, from last week? Bloody hell.
My goodness.
But happy birthday.
Happy birthday, and thanks for all the things that you do for us. It's always appreciated. The Danger of Mouse says, "Yay! Wait times for ferries increase."
Yeah, I saw that one earlier, and I'm like, "Fuck, that's another thing I didn't think about. Too many things."
Mr. Arvid says, "BHN boat fund. Can we get one before Nikki?"
Oh my god.
I don't know if there's enough of us. There is 18,000, almost 19,000 of us subscribed to BHN, so I'm sure
we're at 19.1. 19.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
0.1.
Yeah, you gotta. Hey, every bit counts.
Every bit does count, especially at the size that we're at. Danger of Mouse for $5 says National need to go into vacuum cleaners. They suck better than a Dyson. Damn. Damn. Oh my goodness, okay, there's quite a few here. Kiwi Bird again says, Mr. Arvids, I'm on board with that. I'm not sure what you're on board for, but you're on board for something.
I also don't know why.
I just
realized that was an @ to Mr. Arvids, so maybe they accidentally.
No, I think they were also saying I'm on board with that, getting us a boat. My God, that went right over
they're
both of our
talking to
heads.
each other in the super chats. Fucking this shit's getting meta, man.
It's getting very meta. Run. Kai Mazada says, "Wait, a nets? This is a new one. Patupaya rehe?
Yeah, Patupaya rehe.
Patupaya rehe.
Yeah,
Mythical fairy folk.
Yeah.
Paya here. No, Patupaya rehe. Oh, that's a confusing one. Rehe as opposed to
Patupaya rehe. Yeah. Yeah, because you're probably more used to seeing it. Yeah, right. I have to remember that other people aren't used to Maori words. I guess that's going to get worse now.
I think it's just, I mean, it's the same vowel sound and it's kind of very similar to Japanese in that you kind of have a consonant vowel and you kind of stick to that. But it's just the flow of the words are very different. Whether the vowel sounds the same. But yeah. So if I haven't seen the word before, I'm like, blah, 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 blah. But hey, we can get there. Mr. Alex, $789 for $10. Thank you. I spoke with a DIA staff today about the loot box within video games issue and was told loot boxes are non-gambling because it does not meet the Gambling Act and require the mentality to win money.
Yeah. So basically, that doesn't count because you can't win cash from a loot box online, even though it fucking should be considered gambling.
Intriguing. That is a
Yeah.
very...
It's a big grey area that's been missed, unfortunately, because
you basically pay something for nothing. But
well, it's because you're paying for something that can never give you back monies, like actual monies. But there is a lot of argument to say that loot boxes should be considered gambling because of the way that they essentially are incentivizing, hey, give us your money to get your in-game credit, and then you'll get something. You don't know what you'll get. It could be worth a lot in-game, but might not be. And that has created
so I suppose you are paying for something.
Yeah, it's
loot boxes are you get something at the end of it. You just sometimes get shit.
yeah. Sometimes you might just actually get some, some of their in-game currency, or you might get a, I guess, Fortnite skin that would cost like $20 if you did. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that really should probably be looked into more when it comes to that kind of aspect of video games.
I guess that's the next thing on the list, right? One tiny improvement at a time. 100 steps backwards.
Yeah, let's let people get like addicted to gambling from childhood instead of when they're teenagers or early 20s. Hell yeah.
Right. Well, I guess we're due for some memes again, are we?
Memes? All right.
I believe we are.
Yeah, fuck it. We're going to have memes then. This one was from Mountain Tui. Hobson's pledge. We pledged to support Māori wards. That'd be nice. Where are the boomers who said she should lose her job for protesting now? Right. Bloody groundswell. Also, man, I love that fucking zoomed in image of the fucking... Oh, yes. Student pilot asked to provide explanation for penis-shaped solo flight in Massey University's School of Aviation plane. Fucking Massey, man. It had to be a Massey student. Yeah, no. Listen to your heart. The rich only sleep at night because we let them. Good old friend of the show, Moana. You know what drives me nuts? Corporate lingo makes me feel like I'm outside the club. It's not Māori words that are exclusionary. It's words and phrases like ideate, aligned metrics, big rocks, deliverables, lean into, optics, blue sky thinking, blah, blah, blah. Or fucking constitutions, remuneration, fucking memorandums of understanding. Fucking hell.
And all those like stupid Roman or Latin bullshit as well. I can't think of one, but Deus Machinas and all that sort of shit.
Yeah. Pluribus annus.
Yeah. There's coup d'etat. Oh, I can't remember what it is.
Oh, coup d'etat.
Whatever that one is. Coup d'etat.
Yeah,
there you
coup
go. There's
d'etat.
another one. No fucking idea what that means, but I suppose I'm
and
not
then you got a
part of the
coup de
class.
grace, which I only know from D&D, so yeah. Also, I just love this image. It seems so stupid, and I love it. Just remember, only you can prevent forest fires by stopping them at the source. I mean, Oh, we'll leave it there for now.
Love it. Oh, I can always count on memes to keep me happy. I can also count on
Right.
this, which is a bit of a surprise headline that I saw, and it's surprisingly a good story. Okay, just
Oh,
you'd be surprised. Okay,
Yep.
the headline, because of what we know about this government, would make you think otherwise, but it's actually kind of an okay story. I don't know the specifics. Devil's always in the detail with this fucking government. I don't know the specifics, but on the surface, it doesn't sound so bad, okay? And if someone has more information that would counter this, please tell me, because I don't want to spread misinformation. However, Kāinga Order sells a rundown 11-story Wellington apartment building for just over $1 million. Headline, what are we thinking? Kāinga Order sells a property. Fucking Bishop selling off state assets, right? It's a rundown 11-story built-in apartment, so they can't be bothered putting the money
course it
into.
is.
Yeah, exactly. They sold it for just over $1 million. We're talking about 177 apartments, I think. 117 units. That was used for social housing for the more than 80 years. There's
like I recognise that
11-story
building.
Dixon Street flats in
Oh,
Wellington.
shit. Yeah, no, I know where that is. Okay. I wasn't sure if that was. That's crazy.
So
Yeah, that's not far
I think
from
it's
me.
currently, I assume it's currently abandoned. However, who they sold it to for $1 million? $1 million to me is like 117 apartments. If you did that up, it's fucking developer's dream. And I imagine the land it's on is probably, that's the fucking developer's dream. So I just assumed, of course, they probably sold it to a developer. No.
Okay, quick jump in. This place actually does have residents in every single apartment because my friend lives in one of them.
What?
Yeah, so there's actually people living there. That's why I was so confused.
It's not that
I'm like,
rundown.
wait, No, and I mean, I'll be honest, it's a piece of shit. Like it does need work done. It's very old and creaky. And the other thing is a lot of people who are, down on their luck and don't have a lot of money all live there. Like it's Jesus fucking Christ. But yeah, I just wanted you to know that because then technically that would be rent that would be going back into the government. I'm assuming.
So they have sold it to Taranaki Whānui Limited. Do you know who they are?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, so the Central Wellington building has, in that case, 117 units. A unit was used for social housing for more than 80 years, but in late 2022, the agency said the property was old and no longer fit for purpose. But people still live in it? That's concerning.
Well, yeah, maybe some of them moved out, but...
Okay, until late 2024, everyone living in the...
Okay, so they have moved out now. Okay. Has been a while since I've been there.
So the age, condition, and configuration of the building means it would need significant upgrading if we wanted to keep it used for social housing. The size of the building and the extent of the work required made costs of upgrading extremely high, and the building costs for ongoing security and maintenance are significant. It has been decided to sell the property, was the best course of action, and it would open up opportunities to make the use of the building. However, the property was offered to iwi as part of a right of first refusal process under their treaty settlement. Thank fuck for treaty settlements. So Port Nicholson Block Settlement Trusts were the mandated iwi authority managing the treaty settlement on behalf of the broader beneficiaries of Taranaki Whānui. We welcome the opportunity this provides the iwi to shape a positive future for the site. Kāinga Order said the 1.04 million offered by Taranaki Whānui Limited was below the property's most recent valuation. We are comfortable that the price reflects the unique value of the building. Funds from the sale would be reinvested into renew Kāinga Order homes. So, this is positive. I don't know if anyone has any more to say on this because, like most things, I always double question it. But. Yeah, this kind of seems like a what do you call it? Not a double-edged sword. That's not what I'm saying. That's bad. It kind of seems like a...
No, I mean, I would say this is a net good. Like, I mean,
yeah.
Yes, it is technically selling a state asset, but it's giving it back to the people that should have never been taken from. So, you know, like, I think that's fair and that's reasonable. I also think, yeah, just over $1 million, you know, you do have to reflect how much of because like it's a massive fucking apartment block. So
Yeah,
yeah,
117.
I mean,
That's 11 stories. That's huge.
and that's the thing is, like, I think I'm really glad that happened, but I think this highlights to me why treaty settlements are important, yes, but there are many, like, you know, iwi who weren't maybe able to negotiate those kinds of clauses. So it's awesome for like thing, but this should be something that should actually be nationwide, really.
Yeah, and I wonder, I mean, someone did say, do you think the government will offer the conservation estate to iwi first when that's sold off soon? Yeah, like, this is a very, yeah, this is a positive story, but I don't think it's a common thing. The right
Not
of
as
first
common as it
purchase.
should be. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So a bit of a story that that could have been bad, but actually kind of good.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's really interesting, and yeah, I didn't realize that it had been sold, so that's good to know. I mean, it's a great, you know, it would be great space to actually, you know, renovate and make those apartments either better or, yeah, just do something.
I mean, Peter does say watch out for gentrification, which is definitely if it was put into the private landlord's hands, that's why I would have been
Yeah.
fucking pissed, because that's exactly what would have happened. It would have made them bank if they had enough to develop it. But I feel like I trust iwi to do the right thing. I don't trust corporates or private entities, like landlords and all that bullshit. I don't trust them to do a good job at all. I have no trust in them. They are just out for profit. But I trust that iwi have a plan for this that I think will be a net good based on the things that I understand about Māori culture. And I don't know
Yeah.
if you would agree with that.
Well, yeah, I mean, the way
The
that an iwi
principles,
run
I mean.
yeah, like the ways that iwi run, and especially when it comes to like these types of projects and things, like it's not like, say, an individual property investor. These have to go past multiple people. There has to be consensus amongst, you know, wider groups and all of that. So it's probably technically a slower process, but it's a thorough process. And like historically, we've seen a lot of times when Māori are given back resources, such as, you know, these types of things or land or whatever, they often end up stimulating the economy because they develop in a way that not only has economic value, but that also kind of works with, you know, the land and with people rather than just stomping around, ruining everything and gentrifying it. So yeah, I definitely feel a lot more confident.
Nice. We've got one more story. I'll go through the rest of these super chats though, because they keep piling up.
Yeah.
Get these out the way, such as Girl Math Willis. I know it was Winnie, but it on Nikki. Girl Math Willis, I love it. Steamboat Winnie, I still love that. I hope
Same.
someone, I don't know if anyone has made a Steamboat Winnie.
Yes, Kiwi Burbs
drawing.
made one.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
Danger of Mouse. Winnie is now away with the ferries.
That's fucking good.
That's very, very good. Mr. Arvid says, oh, they said I was in cabinet. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
It took me a second to be like, which song is that? I should know what song that is. Love it. Wayne character syndrome.
Fuck, that's good.
It's true.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of
There's
good
a lot.
ones
He's in
tonight.
like just about 10 headlines in the last week that I could have chosen from, but yes, Wayne character syndrome. I love it. I also, as always, I just want to say a shout out to Dot who is our like regular chatter
Yes.
on our Facebook page, and
Hell yeah.
you are my favorite thing when I go into the back end and have to upload all the clips afterwards. You're my favorite thing to see in the notifications is just all the dots comments.
Hell yeah. No, same.
So you are seen, and also can you stick those stickers on national MPs' electoral offices? I don't know if we can condone that.
I mean, the only
It
way
is-
to
it-
figure out is just try do it and see if it sticks on it. If it doesn't, then oh well. I mean,
I don't know.
We
I mean,
tried.
it physically seems like a thing that is possible.
yeah,
So
it's feasible. Feasible.
it's feasible. It's feasible. I guess we might just have to find out from someone.
Yeah, I'll also go through some of these starred ones I have so that they don't take up a lot of room. Gary wanted to tack on, if you are going to go to see the Aratere, bring a toy boat if you can. I love that idea. If you've got someone who's got kids, they often have those little bath toys. So, maybe ask them if you can
Or
borrow
those
one.
I used to have a blow up jet ski type thing as
Oh,
a kid.
okay,
You
cute.
could bring those along. Yeah. Sure, you can
That's
get some blow up
adorable.
boats that we could,
Yeah, go
like
Kmart
banana
and
boats.
yeah.
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 Bring a biscuit.
And then I love this with this comment was, we only bust out the Corollas for special occasions. Yes, we fucking do. And I like this one here from Gary. The fact that Hannah just laughs at Winston now whenever he tries to do nonsense on her, which I've noticed and I fucking love. She's just like, fuck, you're dumb. Keep going. I like this. The BHM Boat Fund. Or boat hearing news, maybe? Oh my god, imagine if we did an episode of the podcast on a boat. I mean, we could just try. Maybe when the new ferries come, we could. Do you reckon we could maybe organize? I mean, it's going to be a long time away now. I reckon we got time to plan actually doing an episode of the podcast on the first voyage of the new ferry. Surely.
I have an idea. If anyone in the chat, just perchance, or even is associated with someone who has a boat in the Wellington Harbour, I don't know what the dealio is. I don't know if it's like I assume it's like not a private harbour, but like either in Picton or in Wellington or nearby. You know how they put flags on boats?
Yeah. Yeah.
We will give you, I'm sure on Pat's permission, we will give you, as many of you as there are, a Nikki No Boats flag.
Oh my
And
god, that would be so
I want
exciting.
you to, whoever it is, fly it for as long as you possibly can to get the point. Imagine a harbour of boats and like fancy yachts. They're all just flying the Nikki No Boats. They don't even have to be aligned with us politically. If they agree that she's fucked up on the boats, just imagine all the Nikki No Boats things floating around. Anyone got
Also,
any
I love
friends?
how-
Just let us know.
We got boat having network, so that's what we're appealing to. So this BHN is the boat having network. I love that one. And then
Big
big
ferry
ferry
news?
news. So also, what do you mean? The banner's up there. I did it.
I think they're talking about the flags.
all right.
Banners.
I see.
Yeah, I mean, you could even get banners printed to hang on your boats. But
True,
I'm just
true,
saying, just saying, it's a great place to put it out there if anyone's keen.
Absolutely.
Or they could turn
All right.
a Corolla into a boat. That would be a sight, wouldn't it?
Like a transformer, but it's a Corolla to a boat.
Well, just imagine like the Red Bull, the thing that they do where they all like make dumb boats and then they jump off the wharf in their like makeshift boats.
Oh,
see how far they can go.
Yeah.
Just take the like skin of a Corolla and then just whee.
That sounds great.
See how far it goes. Anyways,
Right.
Corolla out. Oh Jesus, flug tug.
Oh, I don't like that one. I don't like that one.
Plug tag. Anyways, how many of your community made memes have you got? Do you want to shave it till after this? Shave it.
Oh yeah, I don't mind. Go for it. Chuck your news.
I'll go
up.
through this thing.
Yeah.
First, and then we can end with the positives. You know,
Yeah.
the good with the bad. The good after the bad. Anyways, our favourite robot from the 1950s transported here to the future to repeal women's rights, Brooke Van Velden. Document reveals minister's early tensions with COVID Commission chair. Internal Affairs Brooke Van Velden said she had confidence in the chair of the Royal Commission into the COVID-19 response, despite a briefing obtained by Newsroom suggesting significant tensions between the pair earlier this year. So to summarise essentially what's going on here, there has been documents revealed about some talking points that were suggested by officials from, I assume, officials from the government, Department of Internal Affairs, DIA. There were some suggestions that were given to her that had quite strong leadings into what she should say in her meeting with, talking points, in her meeting with the chair. This was after the first report came out. So this is after the phase 1 of the COVID-19 report, the report after the phase 1 of the inquiry. That came out in November 2024, and there's a little bit of information that goes behind this. But there were some talking points that were drafted by officials warning deviation from the Commission's schedule or budget will not be acceptable, that the Minister would have no option but to consider other solutions if improvements were not made. It is not clear whether Van Velden actually made use of these talking points in her meeting with Illingworth, the chair. So essentially she wasn't happy with the first report that came out. Well, someone wasn't happy with the first report that came out. Or they weren't happy with the way things were tracking with the second phase, the second report or whatever, because they were expecting things like, timely updates and that sort of thing. So what I find really interesting about this, basically, is the talking points she was given. So it puts her at a point of a bit of a puppet, which kind of makes sense. But some of the things that were in those talking points were many of the specific concerns raised by officials are redacted, but one line that was released shows concerns about the Commission running over time. Another risk we see concerns the timing of the activities towards the end of the inquiry. Experience suggests that the inquiry will likely need more time for natural justice and the production of the final report than it is currently allocated, which is about 18 months. Royal Commission frequently runs beyond their original deadlines. The three most recent ones, so the COVID-19, the Christchurch terror attacks, and the abuse in state care, they were all required at least one extension. And the talking points that were drafted for Van Velden focus on this. So things that she could say, this is not quoting her, but things that she could say, the suggestions. The government has made a significant investment into this inquiry in a challenging fiscal and economic environment. Any variation from on time and within budget will not be acceptable. There is no additional funding available, nor is there additional time. When your report is delivered, it will be ready. It will be already 6 years since the start of the pandemic. As I've communicated before, including in your appointment letter, I will not be supportive of any proposals to delay the delivery of the final report. I have heard several times from you that the inquiry is making excellent progress, but I have yet to see sufficient evidence to back this up, or a detailed plan that gives me confidence that you will meet your deadline. Those were two things that were drafted for her to say. Talking points.
Yeah.
Those were talking points. Those are not talking points. They sound like a speech prepared for someone to reiterate, which is kind of funny because we keep calling her a robot. This is the sort of thing I expect them to write for Luxon, to be like, can you practice saying this?
Here's your ChatGPT response.
So Van Velden was to ask Illingworth to commission independent assessment of the inquiry's planning, progress, risk analysis, and financial situation, including expected expenditure to the end of the financial year. I'm not prepared to let further valuable time pass without evidence that this necessary progress is being made. In the absence of you making these improvements, my concerns and lack of confidence will remain. I will then have no option but to consider other solutions. This is what she was advised to tell him. And then she basically refutes it, saying these were talking points and that she was assured, she got the assurance she needed with the meeting that she had with him. So it's kind of a weird one. Whether or not this is what happened or what was said between them, she's saying it didn't. But those are some very, very pushy things. And I'm reading into this, so this is not what it says, but what I'm reading into this is that, one, they want it to not go over time. And this means it could be a rushed job. And we've seen this with the RSB submissions. We've seen this with so many of the other submissions that they keep shortening the deadline, which means you probably get less time to get it out there, less evidence to collate, and there'll probably be more errors and less error checking.
Absolutely.
So in theory, you could end up with a report that is perhaps insufficient or is missing information, or there's not enough research there to fully consider it. Would you agree, in your opinion?
Oh, yeah.
That's what it sounds like?
It definitely seems like, it seems strange to highlight the point of like, oh, we want it done properly, but if being done properly means it has to take longer, then no, say thank you. Which is unfortunately not surprising, but is extremely disgusting, the kind of way to look at it. And I mean, it makes me wonder why they want it to be done this much earlier, kind of thing, because yeah, like it just seems strange to all of a sudden be like, come on, we have to hurry this up, we have to hurry, get it done, because they know, I'm sure they know that the faster it gets done, the more likely it'll feed into what they think about, what this inquiry looks at. I don't know, it just seems shady. And also just seems really unnecessary. I don't know, the whole thing kind of reads as like a really passive-aggressive parent, almost. Like it just, definitely got yuck vibes.
So I don't know where it was in this specifically, but when I was reading it, I started to have questions. I don't know what exactly prompted it. And why I wanted to look into it. But essentially, because we've been talking about the COVID Enquiry all week, and then the thing of like, Jacinda and Chris Hipkins and Aisha Verrill saying that they're not going to appear on camera because they've already answered the questions, which they've detailed in all of the things that they needed to know. And essentially, the Commission can't force them to because they've already answered the questions in written. But I was starting to ask myself a few questions because I'm like, okay, so the first report came out, and there's something in here that basically said the areas that she wanted more detail from. So I kind of read it as there are things in the first report that didn't meet their expectations, or they wanted to dig deeper into something. Because the first COVID inquiry, the first phase of it, they call it phase 1, but as far as I understand, phase 1 is only because they said they're going to do the second one. The second one was forced by the coalition, if what I am reading is correct. So phase 1 is really the report. It came out in November 2024, and essentially, it was enough for the public sector to learn from it. And the public health read into it a lot of information that they needed to implement a better pandemic response the next time around. But I don't know why, but I wanted to look into this. And when I did, I learned some really interesting things. So back in September 2024, right, this is before the first, the one that we all kind of went, oh my goodness, the report's out, it's damning, whatever, I don't know. But I think it was just really well-rounded, and there were some criticisms, and they were rightfully so criticisms, and they were fair criticisms, and it's the first time we've had a pandemic of that in the last 100 years, so lots of things to learn. But essentially, the minister was to sit, so this is Brooke Van Velden, to sit on the COVID Royal and Commission report for months. So it was reported that she wasn't going to release the the Royal Commission response, or the first phase of the Royal Commission into the COVID-19 response. She's saying that she will withhold it until many months after she receives it in November. It did actually get released in November. I couldn't find exactly why that was, but I have a feeling it's because it wasn't positive of the government. There was criticism of the government. So instead of holding it back till the second phase came out, which people were critical of because Health New Zealand needed that to draft an emergency response, I think she ended up releasing it, this is just my opinion, in my theory, because it was critical of the government and it worked in their favour.
Yeah.
So people were quite critical of it. Chris Hipkins said it was unprecedented for them to hold it back, flagrant violation of the law. They said that doing so will allow the second phase clear air for submissions, a response to their terms of reference rather than the response to the first phase's findings. Health New Zealand said the phase 1 findings will be held until the completion of phase 2. That's not due till February 2026, which would be 16 months after she receives it. This is what I want to read. It's extraordinary that the government might sit on and not publicly release the phase 1 report of the Royal Commission, perhaps even as long as 15 months until phase 2 reports. Giving phase 2 the inquiry clear air isn't good enough reason to hide the report from the public and sits awkwardly with the spirit of the Inquiries Act. Even though technically it doesn't breach the statutory requirement for reports to be tabled in Parliament as soon as practical, this is only due to the controlled way the inquiry had been segmented for the revised terms of reference. But the lack of transparency also doesn't square with the purpose of the phase 1 inquiry to learn lessons from our experience. It's proper for the public to know what needs to be improved sooner rather than later so we can make sure government is better prepared for future risks and we can democratically hold them to account if they drag the chain. The two-phase nature of the inquiry is very untidy and risks turning into a dog's breakfast. But it was eventually released. And because this report here, recapping the COVID-19 inquiry, was 28th of November. And it wasn't too far off when they said that would be the phase 1 would be released. But this is what was interesting. And it explains what the second phase is. The second phase was born from Nationals coalition agreements for both ACT and New Zealand First. The National ACT agreement promised to broaden the terms of reference of the Royal Commission into COVID-19 response, subject to public consultation. The National NZ First agreement went further, ensure as a matter of urgency an establishment and completion, a full-scale, wide-ranging, independent inquiry conducted publicly with local and international experts into how the COVID-19 pandemic was handled in New Zealand. It promised to cover use of multiple lockdowns, vaccine procurement and efficacy, the social and economic impacts on both regional and national levels, and whether the decisions made and steps taken were justified. So a review, vaccine approval, safety and monitoring mandates, the imposition and maintenance of national and regional lockdowns, procurement, development and distribution of testing and tracing technologies and non-pharmaceutical public health materials. The inquiry doesn't have the power to determine the civil, criminal or disciplinary liability of any person, which is interesting. Yeah. So, and then it says, the second phase will begin in on the 29th of November, expected to conclude early 2026. It's been reported Van Velden will withhold the first report for months, but it was released, as far as I'm aware. Yeah.
Definitely seems shady.
Not right. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't released. Okay. Anyways, do you have any opinions on it?
I mean, I think it just, I don't know, it comes across like they clearly have made some kind of decision about what they think is going to happen, and they're just trying to be like, hey, hurry up. I think there was a comment I tried to star it earlier that was basically like, I want to hurry up because I already know what I've decided the answer is, and it shouldn't take you that long to fucking basically validate that. Yeah, I mean, I can't say I'm surprised they're being like this, but at the same time, I also feel like there's just harping on about the COVID stuff at this point just feels kind of whatever. Like, okay, let's just let it get out there. Like, we've got so many things that are going on, and I feel like people should be less thinking about COVID Enquiry and actually reminding themselves that COVID still exists and is around, and people should still be a bit COVID conscious. Also, good night, Kiwi Burb. Good night, Kiwi. Haha. Got him.
Okay, so it was okay, it was released. It wasn't released until February though, this year.
Yeah. That
Okay.
makes sense.
It was
We held
released
it on.
eventually. So it wasn't released at the time in November. She did end up sitting on it for a couple of months. But yes, it was released this year. So that's good. Yeah, because I was like, I'm pretty sure I've seen reports. So at the time of that, when that was written, it hadn't been released. So it has been obviously released now. Yeah, so a bit, I don't know. The whole thing of like the suggested points is just the weird one.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's where I think the weird vibes start, and definitely just seems like some shady shit. But at the same time, I feel like this could also be a way that they're trying to distract us from the other shit they're doing, like the bills that they're trying to run through the house at the moment.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, definitely
Yeah.
seems shady, but when doesn't this government seem fucking shady?
But yeah, pretty much. And I'm not surprised at their intentions as well. And a lot of pushing for very certain, one, for hitting the deadline, keeping it tight, also making sure that they, it was in the article that the minister wasn't happy with the quarterly reports that they were bringing out. And I wonder if that's just purely because there's nothing to find. There's nothing more to report, and actually that first phase report was really, I mean, it was 2022, it was not commissioned in 2022.
Yeah,
which is fair.
yeah.
It's good.
So they had like
it was actually
2
during
years, basically.
that's during the Labour's administration, and it was released 2024. So like 2 years or so is pretty substantial time to go through something, but it was fairly fresh, so you didn't have to go too far back. Obviously we were quite online, so there's a lot of online resources to look at. I'm sure they had lots of submissions that were fresh of people, unlike something like perhaps the abuse in state care, which would have been a lot of historical accounts and things, and a lot of historic evidence that they would have had to comb through. So it takes as long as it takes, but I wouldn't be surprised she's not happy with what they've put out so far, because there's nothing there. They've already done their job.
Pretty much.
So yeah. But
Fiscally
for everything
responsible
that
by
they
the
try and throw back and say, this is the other government, point the finger at the other government, look at what they didn't do, COVID. The next turn is like, Aircraft Stanford is trying to get rid of Tadeo. Nikki No Votes, you just wasted us $671 million. So they're really strong. I don't know if I've ever seen this, and that's probably because I'm a little bit older than I was too young before. During the national government, but I just don't think I've seen this level of like just shitty policy, and just constant shit. And the only thing they've got back is Labour bad.
Yeah.
And for everything
I mean,
they
this
try
is
and point the
definitely
finger,
different.
they just like they've done it to themselves half the time. Like,
Well, it feels like they
Yeah.
came in and now we've just got a bunch of toddlers who are running the country while the adults who, the other side of the house, are sitting there with their hands fucking tied because there's nothing really, like, not a lot that they can do to stop these toddlers from fucking burning the whole place down.
Yeah. Tiring stuff, but
Mhm.
yeah, just thought it was a bit of a fun one. Little puppet Brooke.
Yes.
That's all from me, I think. And
No,
that's my reading for the night. Everyone likes a little
Nice.
deep dive where I halfway through go, hang on, am I correct?
Well, I mean, I've got a couple of things we can have a nosy at if we want to jump into a couple of those things.
Go on.
Dylan.
Go on.
Well, I'm going to start with the one that probably will take technically the longer amount of time.
Okay.
But it's mostly just because. Oh yeah, so I don't know. Did you see last night's episode?
Pretty sure I did.
With Awanui Tehuya?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
lecturer.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
That's
wondering
what-
that
yeah,
actually. I
that's
was
my
like, I'm pretty
lecturer.
sure this feels like someone that might have taught Magenta.
She might be where I got a lot of my information from. But yeah, so Awanui was my real teacher for the first year. Real lovely. I was so gutted that I didn't, because I had to go supermarket. I had to go to the supermarket, so I was busy doing groceries and bullshit. So I unfortunately missed her. But it was really good seeing her come on, and I guess there was just a couple of things that I guess I wanted to add to the kōrero we've had this week around, te reo Māori and language and everything. So I thought I'm going to whip out one of my assignments, guys, because this is where all the
Yay.
research is, and I didn't want to have to double up my research. So basically, I did this around kind of what are the benefits of like becoming a bilingual nation. And so it's not like the whole thing that we have to go through, but there's just a few points in here that I kind of wanted to kind of inform people of, because they're quite interesting stats in here. So one of the first benefits of bilingualism that I found was is gains to children's socio-emotional well-being. Children's socio-emotional well-being is oh sorry, no, I'll just go click forward. So they basically rated these kids in terms of a bunch of metrics, and then they compared them to their monolingual counterparts. And in this, they found that non-English dominant bilingual and fluent bilingual, so basically bilingual where it's not English plus bilingual, they did well in all five measures compared to their white English monolingual counterparts. They noted that by the 5th grade, these same bilingual children had the lowest levels of externalizing behavior and internalizing behaviors, which are significant because these two categories cover acting out, presence of anxiety, loneliness, low self-esteem, and sadness exhibited by children, which could suggest that being bilingual may also benefit children by decreasing negative emotional issues as well as strengthening the positive aspects of their socio-emotional well-being, which is a lot of words, but it's a lot of good for kids, unlike everything that Erica has been trying to say to us. And then additionally, research indicated that emotional and behavioral issues can distract children from their learning, either by distracting themselves or others from their work, which could imply the socio-emotional gains in bilingual children might further benefit their overall quality of education, because if you're not those negative things, if you're not doing those as much, you're actually paying attention and interacting in class. And then the next bit, and this is one that I was shocked when I read some of the research for this. So bilingualism can provide cognitive reserve benefits for the elderly. they found that bilingual patients exhibited a delay of, so basically they were doing dementia and Alzheimer's disorder. That's what AD is. So they found that bilingual patients exhibited a delay in the onset of symptoms for dementia by 4.1 years in comparison to their monolingual counterparts, meaning that it basically could act as a protective factor in terms of the cognitive reserves, which also then kind of has the flow-on effect that if you're not having Alzheimer's onset so early, that actually is a lot of money in terms of the health system, because the economic impact of dementia from 2020 found the current cost was 2.46 billion for 69,713 patients, which was estimated to rise to 5.92 billion by 2050. So that could potentially save a lot of money. And then obviously the last part that I looked into was actually the benefits of bilingualism could actually combat racism and create better bicultural relationships within Aotearoa. And they kind of in here, there's a report called the Whakatika report, where they found that those who were light-skinned or perceived as Pākehā were not mistreated as often. However, this did change if they had perceivable connections to Te Ao Māori, such as wearing taonga, visible moko, or speaking Te Reo Māori, meaning that speaking Te Reo or being bilingual could likely put them at higher risk of experiencing racism. And I know Awanui has done a lot of research into how learning Te Reo Māori from a Pākehā perspective, it actually, she noted that there was a flow-on effect of just by learning the language, Pākehā or non-Māori were able to learn a lot more about the cultural and the historical context of, what Māori have been through. And so that in of itself educated these learners, not just on Te Reo, but also what has happened and kind of what has been stolen for a lot of time. And then there was just this other, do I still have it? Oh, no, I don't have it. But yeah, I mean, it's not a lot, but there are so many ways in which bilingualism would actually benefit our country. And it's really frustrating to see that people aren't focusing on the benefits of bilingualism. And it's frustrating because what they're doing is what they did to us when they came to our country. They slowly and systematically, they opened up schools for Māori that only taught in Te Reo Māori. And then after a little while, now they're only teaching in English. Oh, and now they're actually banning this language. Oh, and now they're taking away, tohunga. And it's not just a slippery slope. It feels like an intentional path that they're trying to take us down. And it's just frustrating. So I thought, if anyone, is having arguments with people about bilingualism, maybe talk to them about the Alzheimer's and how that can be kind of, can be beneficial to not having that come on as early. Or there are so many other areas in which being bilingual can help us. And yeah, it'll just be good to see those kōrero around a bit more. And I've also got some good news, because let me share this with you guys.
That's interesting.
So
when I was at school, we were taught how to pronounce Māori, but not what it meant.
Weird.
Yeah, that is interesting.
That's weird. Okay.
Yeah. If anything, I thought it'd be the other way around. They'd just be like Koro, Furry, Mary.
Yeah. Right.
Let's go to the ferry. Furry? I don't even know what they called it when I was a kid.
Yeah. But yeah, so the good news here is that they're basically saying fighting back against those scared of te reo Māori. Our racist government is removing te reo Māori from classrooms, so we're giving it back to all kaimahi for free. Every single Pakipoto resource, PDF and audio, is now free for any kaimahi at any kura, kohanga reo, puna reo, or school in Aotearoa, which is amazing. There we go. So twice a week you'll get access to exclusive pakipoto, which you can listen to in te reo Māori and English, and even read along with PDFs. And how to get access if you are a kaimahi or teacher, for those of you who might not know what that means, and you're interested in these rauemi or resources, simply email whakamiere@gmail.com, which is WHAKAMIERE@gmail.com, from your staff email. We will give you access to all of the content, so 80 plus stories, via a free Patreon subscription. So please let any teachers that you know that this is something that they can access, because I think it's awesome that, well, it's not cool they have to do this, but it's cool that they're doing it. I think is probably
It's cool that they're
better.
able to do it.
Yes, absolutely. And then that kind of, funnily enough, flows into my other little good news story, which is Treaty of Waitangi for Young Readers. Ross Kalman's book wins top New Zealand award.
Yay!
Yeah, so in 2025, New Zealand Book Awards for Children and Young Adults have given their top award to a book that helps young readers understand the complexities of the Treaty of Waitangi. Author Ross Kalman, Ngāti Toa Ngāti Raukawa Kaitahu, has won the Margaret Mayhew Book of the Year, as well as the Alice Lockie Award for Nonfiction for his book, The Treaty of Waitangi. The judging conveners called the book a miracle of concision without sacrificing complexity.
Wow.
It is written, yeah, right. It is written clearly and inclusively without avoiding uncomfortable truths. After extensive discussion with both the bilingual and te reo Māori judging panels, we agreed unanimously on one book that will not only have significant impact on young readers, but it's also particularly important for our time. He won over $17,000 from 2 awards at Papitia Marae here in Wellington. He wasn't the only winner, as 6 other books were also recognised and rewarded for their contributions to rangatahi literature. But yeah, I just thought it was really good, especially given, all of the, I guess, news that we've had going on this week. It just feels almost kind of, it's just funny. It's just funny kind of all weeks for this to happen. It just feels like the timing is very beautiful.
Yeah. Just a reminder
especially
that
for
the
children.
people have power, the people are doing the right thing, and you're going against what general consensus is for the very small minority of people. And the next generation are getting older and they're becoming voters. So, yeah, there's a lot of us that are going to probably outvote the cookers. Hopefully. Who knows? But hopefully so.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a good little one that I saw there. And then I guess we got some memes. Actually, do you want a video meme first, or do you want to save that for the last? It is not politics related.
Sorry, what do you want?
I said, do you want a video meme first that's not politics related, or do you want to save that for the end?
We'll save it for the end.
Okay.
We'll finish off our memes for the week.
Yeah.
We haven't even done our community memes.
Right? Emojis dropped this week. Yeah, so we got, is that I can't remember, is it bassoon? I think that's what they're called. But yes, good old Erica, and also I have been further memeified, which is such an honor. This is
Yes, I
from,
believe it
this isn't a
is.
meme, But this is just some comments. So when I was on Monday, it's green Chewie. But then someone, when Chewie came back on Tuesday, called him Ginger
It's
Magenta.
Ginger Magenta.
And I just thought that was very funny. I see you guys with your cute little comments. Also, Big Hat News gave me a bit of a giggle. Winston Peters, when asked anything, just anything. New Zealand Labour Tories, political consequences for literally anything whatsoever. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if you'll get what happened this week. But did you watch the
No, might have
episode
missed
where yeah, see Pan Chewie showed up in the same hoodie.
Oh,
And
right.
Pat wasn't happy
Yeah.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's pretty good. Yeah. Right?
Okay.
So funny.
Okay.
We got Winnie, Ninny, and Tinny. Which I like this one. I like this one. Oh, we've got
We're
the
so kind to Winnie, man. He just gets
I know.
Winnie because it's his nickname. The other two get trashed.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like we talk shit about him enough.
We do, but we're also he's kind of that old man that he's like our racist grandpa. That's the best I can put it to him. You're just like, I love you, mate, but I wish you would stop voting.
Oh, no, see, I wouldn't say I love Winnie, but
like I like my grandparents. Just, you know what I mean. It's the same vibe.
We've got Discord Productions, Don Brash and his deplorables, David Seymour, Graham Hart, Jen Gibbs, Rank Group, Nick Mowbray, Trev Farmer. This is a horrible fucking font, by the way. Brooke Van Velden, Nicole McKee, Karen Johor, Parmjeet Parma, and Todd Stevenson. There we go. It's nothing fishy here. The Codfather. Horrible fucking text, though. So apparently someone in the chat, this was apparently something that got talked about in the chat, so someone made it into a meme. And I'm not going to pretend... I'm not going to pretend to understand what the joke was or is. It's simply a great image. Oh, yeah, we had another Let Them Eat Pav one, which I quite like this one. This one's kind of a bit like, Jesus Christ, right?
Oh, God. Ugh.
Also, I fucking love that this is a throwback meme fucking format. That's the fucking word. Do you
Classic
recognize
meme.
this meme format?
Yeah, but I can't
was
remember what the backwards cap was.
It was like douchebag something. I can't remember what the second word was, or it was douchebag something. Just our people were persecuted by the Nazis.
Boyfriend?
Persecutes innocent. Yeah, probably actually. Persecutes innocent Palestinians every chance it gets. I'm pretty sure that's what it was called.
Scumbag Steve? Douchebag. The origin of Scumbag Steve.
Oh, Scumbag Steve. Okay, close enough. Also, I can't
Scumbag
wait for you to
Steve.
look at the screen again.
Sorry. I got... Oh, no! Oh, for fuck's sake!
Guys,
I didn't need to remind you about that
again.
god-awful movie. Every time I think of that, I feel literally sick, and, like, I have not
This is
gone...
on my friend's fridge. Look at the... Just look above them.
No, I'm not looking at it. It hurts.
Look, come on. It says Winston, Luxon, and Seymour.
know.
Come on.
I can see what it says.
All right.
Oh, fuck
there we go.
me.
Now you have to look at Luxon instead. Are you happy now?
No, I'm not happy because you put that back into my brain and it just, I just want to go.
Did you know that
die in a
there's
hole.
sequels to the first movie?
Oh, yes,
more
I
than
do.
one
And
of
it,
those.
no, I don't. If you don't
Crazy.
know what we're talking about, just don't, you don't want to know. It's not worth knowing about. It will traumatize you forever. Anyway, this is cute.
Yeah, just no offense. Also, I like this one. P is for parimata and paru. Parimata is paru. And for those of you who don't know, parimata means parliament. And I'm pretty sure we all know what paru means, because like...
I do now. I've learned things. See, I'm
Aw.
turning trilingual, kind of.
Try words.
Trilingual is very stretching it.
Also, I didn't get to set much assignments this week, so the people gave themselves a small one with obviously the Erica. And I like how they put it together with last week's assignment of David. So, like, very nice. Then we also have the "this is fine," which I just.
Where did that photo come from? Did I miss something?
Honestly, I don't know either. I don't know.
I've never
There's
seen
been
that
some
photo.
strange photos I found. Oh, have you? Found a really
Never
crazy
seen that photo.
Neither.
I don't know where
I'm
it came
sure
from.
it must have come from some kind of like
Press thing.
event. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes, and so for our meme for the week is Cyber
Oh, yeah.
Goblin. So that's Kiwi Burb. Oh fuck, Kiwi Burb's not here to see it. Okay. Damn.
Ah.
Oh yeah, so that's Laura, Kiwi Burb. And so I think they posted a picture in Discord, and then Cyber Goblin just decided to fucking meme Laura, and it's great. I love it.
Run with it.
I also realized I never showed you guys my foo-foo non-foo-foo. That's a... Why does that sound wrong?
Oh, why is my eye not working?
You kind of need the... Oh, no. Oh, I can't show it. Dumb. Oh, well.
Oh no! Must be a Friday. Everything's fucking
Yeah.
up. Gone to
Nah,
bed.
apparently it's an invalid file type. It obviously doesn't like TikTok videos.
No one likes TikTok videos.
We got some bonus memes, though. Paladin versus
Oh.
20 Vecna cultists. Surrounded. Just scored a tinny from Welly.
Honestly, the next one's gonna be a black band surrounded by KKK white hoods. Like, we're going that far, I think.
Right?
I wouldn't put it past them.
Dungeons and Dragons introduces its first canonically autistic character. They reply, the player. I mean, at least a good portion, that's for fucking sure. To CEO, design a top that you can't tell the front from the back. Designer, say no more. I thought you might like / hate this after our fashion critiquing yesterday. I just hate it. It's horrible.
Yes.
Oh yeah, this is from our Nala and Friends channel on Discord. And I just it's the cutest little buffer, and it just looks so good in the hoodie. And I just
That
now
is
I
cute.
want dog hoodies for our pet hoodies for our community, and I just think how adorable. Just
yeah. Some like neck scarves or whatever for dogs, not kids, for dogs. Dog accessories.
Yeah, you do like the little
the little bandana things you can do.
Right? Actually,
Tougher and a buffer. A wuffer. a woof. A woof. A woofer. A woof. A buffer.
A woofer buffer. Actually, I do have...
Pat has talked about it.
I do have a foo-foo that I can show you guys. Now, I just found another one. It's fine. I've got backup foo-foos for days.
PHN dog chickens. That might be a wee bit expensive, but...
Yes.
Sure we could. Pat's had it on his brain.
Well, yeah, I know that the hats and beanies, he's going through a bunch of... He wants to get the beanies embroidered, which is obviously a lot more of a process. Also, the hats that he wants to get are the fancy ones, so he's got to try to figure out... I know he was gauging people on pricing the other day. So, it's in process, whānau. Stickers, hats, and hoodies are as where it's at for now, and I'm sure as we go and get bigger and get more patrons, we'll be able to do more things.
Dog merch,
right? But yeah, we'll use this one. It's great. I love this video. Okay, full screen it. Yeah.
Bruv, I'm fucking sick and tired of the saying. Yeah, the grass is greener on the other side. Yeah, the grass is greener on the other side. Huh? What if you got a government like ours, eh? First we got fucking Christopher Linkspack, and then we got fucking David Steeman, hey? And what about fucking Winston pedophiles, huh? Oh my gosh, I don't get it, G. I don't get it, eh? Every time we get a fucking pay rise, everything goes up. What's the point in getting a pay rise if I'm paying more next year? I don't get it. And then you get to sit on your fucking little high chair, say all this shit, and you don't do jack shit, motherfucker. Fuck you.
It's so good, so good.
I love the
Yeah.
intersection of like angry black man and then kind of like a little bit what do you call it? Like a gay man, but like what do you call that? A little bit femme. No, there's a word I'm thinking of.
Flamboyant?
Flamboyant, maybe? No, there's a word, but yes, a little bit flamboyant, a little bit like angry black man. I love the intersection. It's fantastic.
I love it. It's just like, fuck you. And
yes,
I feel that.
Yes.
I feel it so much. Also, there's actually, that just reminds me, I did mention it on Monday when I was talking to Pat, but I actually got the email again today. So I have the link. Find your local candidate on the Greens website. So if you go to greens.org.nz/local, you can find your local candidate. So tell me a street in Christchurch, because I don't really know Christchurch street names.
Bealey Ave.
Oh, yes.
Bealey. Sure, any of
There we
those.
go. So we'll go general role, and then, okay, so your local candidates are Mike Davidson. No candidates, just one. Maori. Okay, you don't really have much there, do you? Let's try a different.
Go Papa Nui. Go Papa Nui. Papa Nui Road, I assume, is probably the best one. Papa Nui Road?
Oh.
Papa Nui Road?
Oh, it helps if I spell it
I do know Harrison is running for Papa Nui.
Oh, here we go.
Harrison should be on there, maybe?
General.
Harrison on there? No,
yes.
Simon's on. Hey, Harrison!
Yeah. So
and Simon's pretty cool too.
Yeah, like I could do like, I know this is a street in Wellington. You can just go on, put it in. Oh, I didn't put it in properly because I was rushing. Why are you... Yes, finally, there we go. Okay. Oh, I see it. Wanted unit. And then, yeah, pretty easy to use. Doesn't matter where you are. Pretty awesome tool. So definitely let people know about that, because obviously with local body elections at the moment, it's only going to get ramped up more and more at the moment. So, just making sure I've clicked everything. Yep, and I think we've only got one more meme, and this one's not at all related to the politics. But as millennials, I think you'll like this one. It is very millennial, from Tim Collins, if you know Tim Collins.
Do I know Tim Collins? Yes, I know the name, but...
Yeah. Used to be 100% that Tim does all the emo skits on Instagram. So... This is just something dumb to help us feel a little bit better after all this bullshit.
Yay!
You're really fucking fast. I've seen you absolutely fanging on a scooter. You're pasty as, and your skin is like colder than a bag of servo ice. Your eyes change like you're on pingers, and you never eat or drink anything. Like, I offered you a Chico roll the other day and you said no. I just thought that was weird. You never go in the sun more. How old are you?
17.
How long have you been 17?
Fucking ages.
I know what you are.
Go on, say it.
Vampire.
No.
No.
Bacon.
I'm not scared of you.
I love Tim.
That's funny. I love the like fully pulling the Aussie accent too.
Oh, just go real hard on it.
I know what you are. A vampire.
No. Bogan.
No. Bogan.
The bogan. Oh, gets me.
Well, it's been a fun time. Is there anything else that you need to leave the peoples with?
No, for once I believe. Nah, we don't need to watch that one. Like, we could, but we don't need to. I can save that.
We don't need to. I'm trying to look for my
Now you've gone
credits.
fucking Australian.
I'll fall on the credits. The old credits, baby. What up? What up? What up?
What up?
Shall we play out the credits then?
Oh, actually, we got a couple of super chats.
No, never mind. Oh yeah, shit, we got super chats.
Do our fucking job.
Yeah, fuck. Fuck.
We got
Let's
Mr.
go.
Arvids for $2. Plain banner fund. Okay. Oh yeah. Also, didn't see this. Saw this earlier. Apparently, CS:GO skins can be used as currency for gambling, which is fucking insane. That one's not paid. I just wanted people to know about it. Mr. Arvids again for $2. Hurry up, Kurowini is going to unalive soon. I don't know what that was in response to, but I love it. We got the Danger of Mouse for $5. Brooke Van Velden equal the nobody MP that keeps trying to be a somebody. Woof, man. I feel like the Danger of Mouse has gone hard for Brooke tonight. Mr. Arvids again for $2. Brooke Van Pick Me. Okay, that's
She is a
that's
pick
merch.
me.
That's fucking merch right there.
She's a DS pick me girl. Oh,
Being a pick me for David of all people.
I know. What a worst. Ugh.
I know, right? Don't want to think about that too much. Kaimatara for $10. Yep, COVID is still around, and not wearing a mask around vulnerable people is disabled genocide. Remember what they used to try wipe our and other indigenous tupuna out, flu and smallpox blankets. Yes. Be considerate, because if you're going around and spreading your germs, like whoever got me, to be fair, I think whoever got me sick mustn't have known they were sick, because I was not around sick. Anyone who looked sick last weekend. But yes, be considerate and don't cough on a fucking bus. It's gross.
That's true. We wear a mask at the very least.
Right, Speed Locked NZ for $2. That's 2XL buffer hoodie, by the way, on the Coco Doggo. Oh, it's a 2XL on the dog. Oh, okay. So what you're saying is you need to buy a medium for your dog? Is that what you're telling me? We have Beer Tato Time. I love that name. That rolls off the tongue real nice. Thanks for the show. Thank you for being here. I've been seeing you interacting in the chat, so welcome. Good to have you. Also, the last two comments, Nikki no Corollas, and apparently Michael Crane said, "Bloody hell, I'm feeling old. I remember when the Aratiri was new." And yeah, that's definitely got to be a bit of an oof.
Sorry, bruh. We do love our oldies. All right, shall we?
Do it. Fuck it up.
I wish I would just... Yeah. Anyways, that's annoying. What is it annoying on this bloody platform? Am I right? Am I right, people? Am I right?
Help us settle a debate, whether it be thoughtful or funny, even if we're all creatures of hate. It's a fine line that we're walking together. For better, push aside the temptation to berate. Let's take a note of the corners we stand in. As many points as the hairs on my chinny chin chin. When the news that we're watching is hairy, knowing all the things that we need to be wary of. Like the rich have the hand out for rewards, while the many have to work at what they can't afford. And the rest of us ain't paying attention, or maybe have questions we're too worried to mention. Other media is still dwelling on trivial facts, vetting bees from the rice and the mice from the rats, and picking and choosing a warpath to run, and linking ourselves with the hill to die on. It's gotta come down to a welcoming vibe, with an A and a sub and a higher in mind. All have a lean either this way or that, and will be analyzed by both Chewie and Pat. With the evil in the world trying to mess with your head, and you're sitting on the couch, you're thinking chivalry's dead. Each night, 2 nights, they're gonna sing you to bed. It's Big Hairy News.
Well, thanks for watching tonight, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and you're able to stay sustainably angry and fill up your cups. Go touch some grass, look after yourselves, get some vitamin D, all of that good stuff. Magenta, anything to add?
Well, actually, if you're not getting enough of your vitamins, go. There's some multivitamins that come in an effervescent packet. They're really good way to get minerals in. Also, The Pam's Milo has a lot of good minerals and vitamins in it, so get that. It's like $3 a bag. Don't ask me why that's what I wanted to say, but that's what I wanted to say now.
Fine advice, thank you, Magenta.
Yeah.
Always appreciate it. But we'll be here with you next Friday at 9 p.m. But the boys will be back with you on Monday at 9 p.m. for more big, hairy news. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you later. Johnny.
And also come see me on Aotearoa tonight, just before the boys on Monday. Thank you. Love you. Bye.